morning, students. Today, we will do the 8th chapter, Unit 8 of our chemistry, that is the D and F block elements. Firstly, we have discussed that is about the inner properties of a D block elements. After that, we have to discuss the magnetic properties, melting and boiling point, atomic radii of transition elements, means the D block elements. But now today we have discussed about the ionization enthalpy. Firstly, what is the ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy is the energy required to remove an electron from the outermost shell in an isolated gaseous state. That is called ionization enthalpy. Now we have discussed about the ionization enthalpy in a group and in a period. Firstly, we have talking about the inner period. In a period, we are moving from a left to right. Clear? From a group 3 to group 12. Clear? And the ionization enthalpy along a group is not regular. There is some variation. In some cases, that is, it is increases, after that it decreases, after that then increases. It is not regularly increases or decreases. But in a 11th standard, plus 1 standard, we have discussed about it. That is when we are moving from a left to right in a period, then the effective nuclear charge is increases. So that's why attraction will be more, and atomic radius is increases. Atomic radius is decreases, and the ionization enthalpy is increases. Means that ionization enthalpy is inversely proportional to atomic radii. Clear? That we have discussed in a plus 1 class. If the atomic radius is decreases, it means the ionization enthalpy is increases. If the atomic radius is increases, it means the ionization enthalpy is decreases. But this is not a regular in a transition series. First is that why it is not a regular. That is, firstly we have discussed that is the effective nuclear charge is increased, so that why ionization enthalpy is increases. That why we do in a plus 1 standard. But this logic does not apply on the transition elements. In a transition elements, ionization enthalpy does not regular. What is the reason behind it? Firstly, in a transition series, electron will be filled in an n-d subshell. We're in a 3d4s. We are filling the electrons in a 3d subshell. So that's why screening effect is increased. We fill the electrons in a 3d subshell, means the n-d subshell, and the screening effect is increases. It means that outer electron in ns shield more. Outer electron in ns shield more. It means that it is 3d4s. That is the screening effect is more. So ns electron is shield more. So that's why ionization enthalpy is increases from a left to right, but slowly, irregularly. There will be, it shows the screening effect. In a case of that screening effect of a 3D is more. So attraction of a 4s and nucleus will be more. So that's why when we are moving from a left to right, then ionization enthalpy is increases. But this is not a increases regularly. Clear? Next one is the recognition energy or exchange energy. What is the recognition energy and exchange energy? I will discuss about the by taking an example. If we taking the example of a vanadium positive. Vanadium has atomic number 23. Configuration becomes up to argon, that remains same, 3d3 4s2. This is of a vanadium. If I am talking about the vanadium positive, then the configuration becomes AR 3D3 4S1. Clear? Now, how can we represent 4S 3D? Then in a 4S, one electron is present, in 3D, 3 electrons are present. If we are moving to one electron from a 4s orbital, then it becomes unpaired, and this electron are also orbitals are also unpaired. So in that case, electrons are exchanged, means this electron moves in a first d orbital, and this electron will move in a 4s orbit. Second possibility is that this electron will be exchanged in the second orbital of a 3D transition, and in this, that is that this electron is exchanged with the third. There are the three possibilities that they exchange their electron, but the possibility is where the s orbital is half filled. So that's why this will be takes place in the case of a vanadium, or we can say that in a form of a cation when they are losing the single electron, and here the unpaired electron is present. During they are exchanging the electrons with each other, in any case they are also releasing energy. That energy are called exchange energy or the recognition energy. Clear? But if we are talking about the chromium, I am taking the example of a chromium positive. We are taking that is exchange energy takes place in the case of iron. Iron is what when they are losing the one electron. In a case of a chromium, that is the configuration is 3d5 4s1. But in that, if we are talking about the chromium positive, then it becomes 3d5. 4s is empty, and this one. Now, is it possible that exchange energies takes place? No, because in the case of a 4s orbital, no electron is present, so that's why they are exchanged with each. So in that case, if the unpaired electron is more, then the exchange energies or the ionization enthalpy is more. But in a case of a chromium, that is electrons are not exchanged, so that's why that is exchange energy is lower in a case of a chromium. Clear? Because in a case of a chromium positive, no one electron is present in a 4s orbital, and the electrons are not exchanged with a 4s to 3d orbital because they have almost same energy. Clear? About the recognition and exchange energy is clear. Exchange means that is transform from one to another energy level. But in a case of if the number of electron is more, if we are talking about if the number of electron is 5, then the exchange energy will be more. But in a case of a chromium, that is no one electron is present in a case of a 4s orbital. So the case of a chromium, that is exchange energy is lower. Second one is that after losing one electron, it attains a stable 3D configuration. No one electron is present. After losing the one electron, they are forming the stable configuration, that is 3d5. So that's why in the case of a chromium, that is exchange energy is very lower. Second, we have next we have discussed about the zinc. Zinc has a higher ionization enthalpy. Now, question is why that zinc has a higher ionization enthalpy. In a case of a zinc, that is atomic number is 30 and configuration becomes Ar 3d10 4s2. In a case of zinc, that is a 3 orbital and a 4s orbital that are fully filled. Clear? And fully filled orbitals has stable, that is the more stable. So that's why ionization is enthalpy is more in a case of zinc. Clear? This is not a regular. Sometimes they are increases, decreases, and after that, in a case of we are talking about the copper and zinc. In a case of a zinc, that have a more stable as compared to that of a copper. Next, in that there are also difference that is irregularity shows in a case of a first ionization enthalpy, second ionization enthalpy, and the third ionization enthalpy. IE1 means first ionization enthalpy. First ionization enthalpy means we are remove the one electron from that. But in a case of a second, that is we have a 2 electrons removed. But in a case of a 3, that have we are moving the 3 electron from our outermost shell. So in that cases, they are also show the irregularities. Now we are taking the different examples in this case. That is chromium and copper has high second ionization enthalpy. Chromium and copper. Chromium Ar 3d5 4s1. In a case of copper, that is Ar 3d10 4s1. Now in that cases, we have a question is that why the chromium and copper has a more second ionization enthalpy as compared to that of our first. Second ionization enthalpy is more as compared to that of first. What is the reason behind it? Now, first ionization enthalpy means we have to remove the electron from a 4s orbital. That is, we are easily remove the electron from a 4s orbital. Clear? If we are talking about the second ionization enthalpy means we are removing the 2 electrons. The 1 electron is removed from the 4s orbital. That is, we are easily removed from a 4s orbital. But if we are removing the second electron, in a case of a chromium and copper, chromium is also half filled and copper is fully filled orbital. Copper and fully filled and a half filled orbital have a more stable in a nature. So that's why second ionization enthalpy of copper and chromium is more as compared to that of first ionization enthalpy. They also show irregularities. That is, if we are talking about the first ionization enthalpy, that have a less. But if I am talking about the second ionization enthalpy of a chromium and copper, then they have a more second ionization enthalpy as compared to that of a first, because they have a fully filled and a half filled orbital. And in a case of they are more stable and we are require a large amount of energy to move an electron from the outermost shell. Clear? Now, chromium and copper has a higher ionization enthalpy second. But if we are talking about the case of a zinc, zinc has a low second ionization enthalpy. Zinc, that is Ar 3d10 4s2. If we are removing the 1 electron, Z10 positive, then it becomes 3d10 4s1. Clear? Now, if we in that case is 4s, only 1 electron is present, and we are easy remove the 1 electron from a 4s. 1 already we discussed removed, that is 3d10. Only in a case of 4s, 1 electron is present. We are easily remove that electron from outermost shell. So that's why zinc has second ionization enthalpy is lower, because it is easily remove 1 electron from the outermost shell to get its stable configuration. Clear, beta? Next, I3. IE3 means third ionization enthalpy. Now magnesium 2 positive and zinc 2 positive has a high ionization, third ionization enthalpy, but Fe is lower. Now manganese 3D54S2. In a case of a zinc, that is AR 3D104S2. If we are talking about the Fe2 positive, Fe and AR 3D64S. Now, in a case of a magnesium, zinc and iron, if we are talking about the 2 positive, we are moving the 2 electrons, then they are easily removed. In a case of manganese, zinc and iron. But if we are talking about the third electron, in a case of a manganese, means third ionization enthalpy, then manganese is half filled, 3D5 configuration, so it has a higher ionization, a third higher ionization enthalpy. If we are talking about the case of a zinc, then they are removing 2 electrons easily. But in a case of a 3D10, we are moving the third electron. Third electron we have to remove it from a d orbital. But d orbital is a fully filled. So that's why they require energy to remove an electron. But in a case of a iron 2 positive, 2 electrons are removed from a 4s and 1 is from a 3D. And they are easily remove 1 electron in a case of iron. Means third ionization enthalpy of iron is less, because it is easily remove 1 electron from a 3D orbital to get its stable configuration. Stable configuration means if we are removing the 1 electron from the T, then it is 3D5 configuration, and 3D5 is half filled. So that's why iron is low, third ionization enthalpy is low. But in a case of a manganese and zinc, that is a third ionization enthalpy is more. That in that question, these are the most important and the simple questions are there. These are about only based on the configuration. In this, that is firstly you have to write the configuration. After that, you write the answer of this question. Clear? This is about the ionization enthalpy in a period. We are talking about the period in each and every cases. Now we have discussed about the ionization enthalpy in a group. Now, mainly we have discussed about the 3D, 4D and 5D transition element. These are called the first transition series. This is called a second, and this one is the third transition series. Then third transition series has more ionization enthalpy as compared to that of second and first. In plus one, we have said that when we are moving from a top to bottom, that a number of shells are increases. So that's why size is increases and ionization enthalpy is decreases. We have a less amount of energy to remove an electron. But in that case, this is not possible. This is the opposite. Now, why 5D has a more ionization enthalpy as compared to that of a 3D transition series? This is due to the 4f orbital. Before after the 3D, we have to fill the electron in a 4f orbital, and 4f orbital has a poor screening effect. due to the poor screening effect, that is the nucleus and outermost shell has a great attraction. If this is not a screen, the outermost shell, these are not protected, this one is, then the attraction between the nucleus and outermost shell is increases and size is decreases. So that's why ionization enthalpy is increases. Clear? जैसे that is due to the 4f orbital. That is 4f orbital have the poor screening effect, shielding effect. So that's why they have a effective nuclear charge is more towards the outermost shell. So that's why attraction will be increases and ionization enthalpy also increases. Clear? This is about our ionization enthalpy. Next we have discussed about the one more topic, that is the formation of a colored compound. How the transition element shows the color. In that is all the transition elements are colored. They show the different types of a color. Now we have discussed why they show the color and what will be the effect. Next, they shows the color in a solid or the solution form. Means in a ion form, mostly in a solution form only. When they are unpaired electron, then they show color. If the orbital are the fully filled, then they are does not show the color. What is the reason behind why the transition element shows the color compound? That is due to incomplete N-D subshell. In our case of if we are taking any one example, then that cases we have to find that is they have a incomplete D subshell. So that's why they are colored in nature. Second one reason is energies of a 5d orbitals in the same subshell do not remain same. We have firstly discussed that is the d orbital. They are the 5d orbital. And shapes are there dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square. These are the 5d orbitals. In a case of a 5 orbitals, that is the energies are not remain same. They are split into the two parts. Splitting will be takes place in the two parts, that is the dxy, dyz and dzx remains in a one side, in a lower, in a ground level, in a ground state, but dx square minus y square and the dz square, they are moves in a excited state. And the splitting of these 5d orbitals in two parts, that is in a ground state and in a excited state, that is called a crystal field splitting. That is the most important definition. Now, how the color show color, then that is a dxy, dzx, yz and dzx, they are found in a ground state and this one is found in a excited state. Firstly, that is electron is present in a ground state. After that is when they are absorbed the beam of a light, a photon of a light or a beam of a light from a white light, then electron is moved in an excited state. That is the electron is from a dxy, that is moves in a dx square minus y square after the absorbing a beam of a light. So that's why electrons are jumped from a ground state to excited state due to unpaired electrons. So that's why they show the color. And the electrons are moving in a that electrons are present in a d orbital. After the absorbing the light, that is in which orbital d orbital is present. So that's why it is called a dd transition. Electrons are moved from a lower d orbital to higher d orbital. So that's why it is called a dd transition. Next one, if we are talking about the titanium. Titanium has a 1 and unpaired. Titanium has a 22, that is a 3d 2 4s 2. titanium 3 positive. 2 electrons we have to remove in form of S and 1 is form of D. Then it becomes a 3D1. And one electron is absorbed the green and yellow light form a white light. Titanium is, that is the one unpaired electron is absorb green and yellow color form a white light. And after absorbing the green and yellow color, they emit the blue and red color. And we have to pair, this is of a purple color, so that's why titanium 3 positive has a purple color. As other we have talking about the elements of a D block elements, they have a show color like this way. They are absorb the different colors and emit different colors. After the combination of a blue and color, that is the purple color, is we have a get, that is called the complementary colors. Next topic is that color compounds containing complete colored compounds containing the completely filled or the half filled. If your compound is completely filled, then it shows a white color. Always that is the colored compound is half filled, or we say that incomplete. Only the incomplete orbital shows a color. If we are talking about the cases of a zinc 2 positive, that is 3D10. In a case of a 3D10, that is the d orbital is fully filled. So that's why zinc 2 positive has a white in color. They does not show in any color. So that's why it must be that it have a incomplete d orbital. So that's why they show the color. And mostly in a d transition series, they have incomplete d orbital. So that's why they are color in nature. This is the most important topic, that is the colored compound. Thank you.